Alright, here's the deal. So lately, my YouTube recommendations have been getting filled with random Hide of a Beast videos. And, as you all know, I love Mega Man X6. It's a game of the ages. So, I decided I felt stupid enough to go with an idea that I've had in my head for a very long time. A run of Mega Man X6 where I try to kill as many Reploids as possible. And since it took me way longer to do 2 stages than I thought it would, I decided I'm just going to release these by stage. And I'm just going to talk over the intro stage to go over the rules. So like I said 2 seconds ago, the main point of this challenge run, quote, is to kill every single Reploid that we can by virtue of getting a nightmare virus over to them and letting the nightmare virus infect them. And because I'm lazy, I'm just going to let them go missing. I'm not going to go out of my way to mark them as dead in the Reploid rescue list. And if I can't kill a Reploid, then I'm not allowed to rescue it. So no parts like Hyper Dash or Ultimate Buster or the life recover thing. That'll make my life a whole lot harder. No Ultimate Armor, because that's cheating. And no Zero, because the Ensuizan glitch is also cheating. So I'm only going to use X. So some of you are probably wondering, how is this even going to be a challenge? Every Reploid can get killed by every nightmare, so it's just going to be just super easy. Infect all the Reploids, because there's nightmares everywhere in this game anyways, right? Wrong! There are only specific nightmares in each stage that are programmed to kill the Reploids, so we will have to lead the same few nightmares all the way around the entire stage and slowly infect every single Reploid. As far as I can tell, the variety of nightmare that actually infects Reploids is distinct. It seems to have slightly different despawn and respawn rules, and it does not do the shooting attack that other nightmares do. So all that we have to rely on is just leading the nightmares around as they crawl towards us, and teleport because I hate myself, I'm also playing this on Xtreme mode. I'm recording this stage by stage, so there are probably going to be stupid things that I miss. That it's just going to be how it is because I'm not going to re-record stages. I'm just going to upload these as I finish them. I think that's it for all there is to talk about. Obviously the intro stage is completely exactly the same as it would be in any normal playthrough because there's no nightmares or rescuable Reploids in this stage. So let's just go and go straight to Rainy Turtloid. There isn't any particularly big reason why I decided to go to Rainy Turtloid first, both because I usually go to Rainy Turtloid first, and because I wanted Meteor Rain for Infinity Mijinion stage. But after going through this stage, I'm glad that I got it out of the way early because it ended up being kind of a pain. Mostly because of the acid rain gimmick, which when you're leading around things, gets rid of your health a lot faster than you would expect. After you're trying to tank hits from other nightmares and the seahorses and all that other stuff. This section is pretty good for showing off the weird despawn rules of the infector nightmares. The way that I think you can respawn them easily is by first scrolling the Reploid that they infected off screen, then scrolling their spawn point back on screen, then despawning the spawn point, and then they'll finally respawn. You can see how it kind of works right here. It's kind of a pain, but you can do it pretty quickly, so it's not a huge deal. And the moment that a Reploid gets grabbed by a nightmare, they're dead. So you can just move on as soon as the Reploid gets grabbed. And there is the first of many jump cuts, because, spoilers, I did not do all of this in one smooth run. Mostly because it's literally impossible to do so, but also because it'd be way too hard to do it in one life. There's only 2 nightmares in this entire stage that have the flag to infect other Reploids, so this specific nightmare that I'm escorting around this entire cave section right now, you have to drag around the entire stage for the next couple of Reploids. And while you're escorting around the nightmare, make sure to kill all other nightmares because it is very easy to lose track of which nightmare you're supposed to be escorting. In this case, I lost track and I just hoped that the nightmare would lock on before I died. And luckily it did, just barely though, because I got killed by the acid rain just as it got grabbed. And this is a good time to talk about why it is impossible to do it in one life, because there's actually a camera lock that prevents you from going back to that pagoda area that has the Infector Nightmare in it. And if a nightmare gets to a Reploid, then that nightmare will disappear, so you will have to respawn it, and if you don't have the means to respawn it, then you have to do another run of the stage. Don't expect me to show me killing each Reploid in the order that they have in-game, because that would be a pain, because I didn't kill them in order. That one's easy, because there's the Infector Reploid right next to it, and now we have to respawn that nightmare and bring it all the way back to the earlier Reploid in order to get that one. That's the only way to get that one, because there are no other Infector nightmares in that vicinity otherwise. So enjoy another escort mission. I actually went ahead and left a bunch of the health pickups that it gives you here for me to pick up on the way back, because the acid rain chips away your health so much. I actually had a failed run where I despawned the Reploid and had to go back, which is why there are not as many health pickups there as there should be. But luckily, you can recover from this one pretty easily. This is not too bad on an escort mission. Now here's where the real fun of this level starts. There are no nightmares in this cave section, so you actually have to lead a nightmare from the previous section into it in order to infect any of the Reploids in the section. And there's a camera lock. I failed to actually get the Reploids this time, but at this point I just went ahead and went for the shadow armor part. Because oh boy, the shadow armor is probably going to be really useful later, especially when I have to do the gate stages partless. And since by this point there's no way to actually infect any more Reploids in the stage, I just went ahead and beat Randy Turtloid, and so the endless replaying of this stage began. Since from now on there are going to be a lot of escort missions, I'm just going to start speeding these up. This Infect in particular was really wild, because I think that I actually got the nightmare to grab this Reploid on the last possible frame before I left. This did count, and I know because my missing counter went up. And here is where the real fun of this stage begins. That nightmare right there that we used earlier has to be brought into the cave section every single time in order to infect every single Reploid in the section individually. I'm showing this in normal speed because I did this every single time that I visited the stage. I went ahead, cleared out everything, and then got the nightmare to come with me. That nightmare respawns for some reason, but the rest don't. So I just have to get this all the way in, hope the acid rain doesn't kill me when it starts up again before I get to the health pod, and then lead this stupid idiot around and infect every single one. This took like 30 minutes, all because there's a stupid camera lock in the cave section. Otherwise, this would be totally fine. But no, there's a camera lock, so I have to do this and the entire rest of the stage like 6 times, and it sucks. I suppose this is what I got myself into, though. The next Reploid I got in particular because this Reploid is actually blocking a heart tank. So I want to get that out of the way so I can get this heart tank. And it'll probably be helpful later. These next 2 Reploids were actually a bit of scary ones to infect because both of them are off screen and you have to scroll the camera to get them back on. And nightmares won't chase Reploids that are off screen, so you have to make sure you don't accidentally dash into them by accident. And there you go, that is all 12 possible Reploids remaining Turtloid stage killed. You can't kill every single one in the stage because there are 4 in the secret exit area, and the secret exit does not have any nightmares. This will probably be a recurring theme with Reploids I can't infect. See you next time. Next time is Infinity Mijinion. Help.